22-0103-2301, the administrative rules of the agency. They begin on page 213 of this committee's 2024 pending rulebook. Our largest retail customer and others have offered solutions to update the allowable methods of paying lottery prizes up to $599. Prizes $600 and above are claimed at the lottery. We reviewed the rules with the intent of improving the business relationship between our retail partners and their customer citizens who choose to play the lottery. Negotiated rulemaking was conducted on December 12th, 2023, and this docket reflects the outcome. The rules were improved for clarity at the beginning with standard changes found on page 215. Changes on page 220 for the payment of scratch ticket prizes and on page 224 for payment of draw game prizes are proposed at the request of our private sector retail partners. This does not change how tickets can be purchased. Idaho Code requires lottery retailers to pay winning ticket prizes up to $599. However, the marketplace has changed since 1989 when these rules were promulgated and the first lottery ticket was sold. Staffing challenges and increased concern for employee safety has resulted in retailers being unable to pay prizes $599 and under when presented with winning tickets. Responsible business practices in many retail outlets necessitate keeping no more than $100 in the cash drawer at any one time. The retail industry has offered modern, market-tested solutions. They have asked to pay lottery prizes up to $599 with no fee, prepaid prize payment cards, and electronic fund transfers. Lottery administrative rules from 1989 allow only for prize payment with cash, money order, or business check by a retailer. Payment methods of business check and money orders are obsolete at retail. The problem cannot be solved by non-regulatory measures. There are no changes to fee rules. This does not change how tickets can be purchased. I ask for your support for docket 52-0103-2301. And I would point out Marion Aguilar from Jackson's Food Stores and Extra Mile by Jackson's is here to testify as well, and I would stand for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. I see red lights popping on right away. Representative Scott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Anderson, you specifically called out page 220 and 224, but I did not see any changes on those pages. Is that new?
Representative Scott, I can clarify that.
Okay.
Because we have the red line version. In our copy, it's page 219 and 223.
Thank you.
So,
My apologies, Madam Chair.
no problem. Representative Crane.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Director. So looking at the changes on 219 as well as on 223, it looks like these cash prizes that are less than $600 can be paid out in two forms, if I'm reading this correctly, an electronic fund transfer as well as a non-fee prize payment card, like a debit card or a gift card or something. Is that correct?
Mr. Anderson.
Madam Chair, Representative Crane, no. We leave the words cash, business check, and money order to be included as well. So most prizes under $100 can be paid in cash. It's those prizes that exceed $100 that they would like to have a different method.
Representative Crane.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Director. We'll go at this again. So the prizes of under $600, you're asking on page 219, sublet I, for the ability to pay those out in electronic fund transfer and a no-fee prize payment card. You can still do cash, you can still do check, you can still do money order, but you're looking to add an EFT as well as a gift card, correct?
Mr. Anderson.
Madam Chair, Representative Crane, that's correct.
Follow up?
Representative Crane.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Director. So an electronic fund transfer, you could deposit the money then in their checking account, or you could do Venmo or any other type of electronic fund transfer. Is that correct?
Mr. Anderson?
Madam Chair, Representative Crane, that's my understanding, yes.
Thank you. Madam Chair, another question.
Representative Crane?
Thank you, Madam Chair and Director. When we met in August to talk about this issue, you simply talked about the non-fee prize payment card. You did not discuss the electronic fund transfer. Is there any reason in that conversation that you chose to leave that portion of this out?
Madam Chair, Representative Crane, it was not contemplated at the time.
Representative Crane?
Thank you, Madam Chair and Director. So when were these rules promulgated?
Mr. Anderson?
Madam Chair, Representative Crane, in December of 2023.
Representative Crane?
Thank you, Madam Chair and Director. So knowing that my concern about the non-fee prize payment card, and now you've added EFTs, why didn't you come and talk to me and say, we've added another way for us to pay besides check, money order, and cash?
Mr. Anderson?
Madam Chair, Representative Crane, my apologies if I misunderstood the direction of your concern.
Representative Crane?
Thank you, Madam Chair and Director. For 18 years, you've known my concern. It's been very clear. And for you to go outside the bounds of that, I've now got even more concerns. I came here today only thinking we were dealing with this potential debit card issue, but to know that you've grabbed more real estate, and even folks that have been representing this to me have never talked about an EFT transfer, I'm now very concerned. So I'll see what other questions the committee members have.
Mr. Anderson, would you like to respond to that?
Madam Chair, no, ma'am.
Committee, do we have any further questions on this docket? Representative Gannon?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And, sir, just so I'm clear, the EFT transfer that we're talking about would not be so that somebody could buy a lottery ticket, just for payment of a win? Is that right?
Madam Chair, Representative Gannon, that is correct.
Committee, do we have any further questions for Mr. Anderson? Representative Scott?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to accept docket 520-103-2301.
Okay, committee, we have a motion. I see another question over here with Representative Allgood.
Thank you. So if I'm understanding this right, on the very many options a claimant has to receive their prize, is it up to the claimant of the prize, or is it up to the store on how they are paid?
Mr. Anderson?
Madam Chair, Representative Allgood, it's always up to the player.
Representative Holzclaw?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't want to debate the motion, but I do want to let the committee know that I share the concerns of Representative the good chairman. I wonder what's next. Electronic fund transfer. Wow. I just think that's a slippery slope. Just want to be on record for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Crane.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Mr. Anderson. Question. So are winnings in a lottery taxable?
Mr. Anderson?
Madam Chair, they are, if they're over a certain amount, $5,000, I believe.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Follow up. So everything that is the $600 or $500 window and below is non-taxable?
Mr.
Madam
Anderson?
Chair, Representative Crane, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Representative Andrus?
Thank you, Madam Chair and Director. So following up with Representative Allgood's question, the winner gets to choose how they receive their funds. So if a retailer has to provide every option here in case the winner chooses a specific option.
Mr. Anderson?
Madam Chair, Representative Andrus, I don't think that's really the intent. Retailers can pay with money orders and a business check from their store, but they choose not to do that. I understand why they choose not to do it with a business check, and many customers would not prefer a money order. Right now, if the prize is more than they have in the cash drawer, and Ms. Aguilar is here from Jackson's to explain their position on this. The store clerk becomes a pointer and he says, go to Kroger, go to Albertsons. They have a customer service center with plenty of cash. And that's what we're trying to avoid, is reduce tension with the retailer and their customer.
Follow up?
Representative Andrus.
So I'll restate it. So I believe you told Representative Allgood that the winner gets to choose how they receive their funds. And if in our code now, there's 5 ways to distribute the funds, can the winner choose any way of these and the retailer has to provide the funds in the way that they choose?
Mr. Anderson.
Madam Chair, Representative Andrus, no. If a retailer is not offering no fee price payment cards, I mean, this is a service that the retailer, in this instance, who is represented here today, they're the ones who negotiate that with card processing companies. To require a small retailer in a small town to do all those things, there are other methods of getting paid a small price. You could come to the lottery. You could send it to us. We'll mail you a check. You could take it to another store. But there's no requirement that you accept what the retailer is offering you outside of cash.
Representative Alfieri.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And sir, a question on the claim forms. A two-part question. Is there a claim form that you're currently using for people to get their lottery winnings?
Mr. Anderson.
Madam Chair, Representative Alfieri, yes, it's available on our website.
Follow-up, Madam Chair.
Representative Alfieri.
What happens to the information on that claim form? Because it appears that we're now going to be adding banking information for the lottery ticket winner.
Mr. Anderson.
Madam Chair, Representative Alfieri, we already have very robust processes and procedures in place to protect personal information of lottery winners. When someone comes into the office and gets a big check, we know their name, their address, their phone number, their social security, their drivers. We have to identify who they are. And all of that information is kept confidential.
Thank you.
Representative Barbieri.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to go ahead and ask Ms. Aguilar a question, if I may. Is that her name for that represents Jackson's?
Madam Chair.
Ms. Aguilar, tell me how you say that. Clarify for us. Aguilar?
Yes.
Okay. Please identify yourself for the record, and the time is yours to speak to the question from Representative Barbieri. Would you like to ask your question?
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the committee. My name is Marian Aguilar. I'm here in behalf of Jackson Food Stores in Meridian, Idaho, in support of docket 5201032301. I'm here to talk about the Price Pay Card, the alternate form of winner payout. It is a no-fee prepaid prize payment card offered to us from Income. This allows retailers to pay lottery winners up to $599. It is a MasterCard debit card and can be used wherever MasterCard is accepted, including online. The customer can go to their bank and have the funds drained into their account, or they can go to an ATM. The idea of the lottery retailer will pay the $100 first, and anything over that when we use the Price Pay card. The customer can also request they want all the money on that card. We at Jackson Stores feel that the card gives us the ability to provide a safe working environment for our employees by not having large amounts of cash in our registers. We currently use Price Pay card in Washington State lottery winners, and it's a great success since last October. We ask for your support for docket 520132301.
Representative Barbieri, do you have a
Thank you.
question?
Ms. Aguilar, so what I'm curious about is, will you have like a stack of these cards, or will you be programming them as they come in?
Ms.
We
Aguilar.
have the cards behind the counter, and we program it as needed, whatever fee is needed. Just like you do a gift card. When you buy a gift card from Kroger's or anything, it says $50 to $100, and you put in that.
Representative Barbieri.
Thank you. What is the source of the funds from the gift card? I mean, from the winning card, winner card? Is that from the lottery itself, or where? What is it? Your bank account?
It's our bank account
And then-
first, and the lottery reimbursed us, yes.
Thank you. That's enough. Thank you.
All right, Representative Crane.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Ms. Aguilar. So in order to try to solve this problem of $599 down to $100, the solution you had come up with was this gift card or debit card, whatever you want to call it, as a potential, yes, as a potential way, so you guys didn't have to carry additional cash at your
Yes.
registers, correct?
Correct,
Ms. Aguilar.
yes.
Representative Crane.
Did you guys also come up with this electronic fund transfer?
No, sir.
Ms. Aguilar.
No.
Thank you.
Representative Andrus.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and Ms. Aguilar. So I worked at a bank once, and the gas stations that did lottery, they would bring in wads of cash regularly that was paid to them for people participating in the lottery. So I would think that that'd be a good way to get rid of that cash, is to distribute it through the winnings. I would think the money coming in was always more than the money going out.
Correct.
Ms. Aguilar.
Correct, but that's too much money to have on our registers. We're required to drop it as we get to $100 in our register. We have to drop down. If we get over $100, we have to drop it. It's not safe for the clerk, because a customer can come in and see there's a whole bunch of cash in the register.
Follow up?
Representative Andrus.
Thank you. What does the process of dropping it entail?
Ms. Aguilar.
So we're collecting money all day long, and it can be 20s, 50s, 100s. We're immediately dropping the 50s and the 100s, and then we have a $150 during the day. Anything over $150 in the register, the sales clerk is required to drop it in our safe, and they can't get it out of the safe unless they drop a tube that has some money in it. And so to get that $100, that first $100, they'll drop a tube to get that $100. But above that $100, it will take a long time to get that out of the safe.
Representative Gannon.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Ms. Aguilar. So this gift card that you just showed us, is there anybody who does take the gift card at a discount? For example, they deduct 2% or something like that, or they charge $5 to cash the gift card or to use the gift card?
Not
Ms.
that I know
Aguilar.
of. Not that I know of. It just came out last year with income payments.
Representative Gannon.
And Madam Chair and Ms. Aguilar, if somebody misplaced or lost their gift card, can they come back and get another one, a replacement?
Ms. Aguilar.
Yes. We asked them to take a picture of their card, and that way they can call the number on the back to get it replaced. There is a charge of $5.95 if they lose it, but they have a picture of it and they can get it.
Representative Gannon.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Ms. Aguilar. Is there, what is the name of the company that runs this gift card program?
Ms. Aguilar.
Income payments.
Okay, thank you.
Representative Allgood.
Thank you. So I'm just kind of curious, we're really getting carried away on this, but I'm kind of curious if there is no fee to the person who receives the card, and the lottery is reimbursing you for the exact amount of the winning, who's paying this third-party card company? Where I'm sure there's a fee built in there somewhere because they make money. Who pays them?
Ms. Aguilar.
I believe it is the prize pay card company, because we don't pay a fee for it and we don't make money on the card. And so for the fee. But
Representative Allgood, do you have a follow-up?
I'm just trying to understand where somebody's making money here. I'm just trying to understand where that happens is what I'm trying to drill down.
Not us.
All right. Representative Palmer.
just for clarification, Madam Chairman and Representative Allgood, when the person uses that credit card, whoever they use it at, that person gets charged a fee. They come to my store and spend the money with that credit card, I get charged 2.5% for processing that card. That goes back to the company that owns the credit card.
Correct.
All right, Representative Crane.
Madam Chair, I am very sympathetic to the issue that Ms. Aguilar is dealing with. However, I'm very upset at what, not at you, Ms. Aguilar, but what the director did to me. Because what he did was only talk about your issue. But then he went in and added electronic fund transfer, which is disingenuous and dishonest. And I have been emailing with the governor's office as to how to handle this because it's wrong. And I don't want to reject the rule in its entirety because that caused an issue to you. So while we try to negotiate this out, Madam Chair, I'm going to make a substitute motion to hold docket number 520103-2301 subject to the call of the chair.
All right, Ms. Aguilar, I don't think you need to respond to that. Thank you for your testimony. All right, committee, we have a motion to hold docket 52-0103-2301 at the call of the chair. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay? All right, and the docket will be held at the call of the chair.
Crane rules.
All right, committee,